Does that look right? Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, what's going on? No, let's do this. Um, yep. Today we're gonna talk about talking in front of a camera. Hey, what's going? Let's do this. That's not right. Just fix that. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope that you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about talking in front of a camera and how that can be scary for some people, but maybe I can give you some tips on how to overcome that fear and start making your own videos. So let's get started. So talking in front of a camera, it can definitely be scary for some people. It can be very unsettling, but I'm going to give you my tips on how maybe you can overcome that fear and, start getting in front of the camera. Now, I'm a person that likes to be behind the camera. I don't really like being in front of the camera, but I wanted to start making YouTube videos, and so here I am in front of the camera where you are seeing me because apparently some people like to watch my videos. I don't know who does, but thank you for watching. So when I first started making videos, I was definitely terrified of doing it because, you're making a video and then you're putting it out there in the public and anybody who wants to watch it can watch it and they can say whatever they want about it. And, that's kind of one of the fears of doing this. One thing that people care about is trying to make it look as good as it can possibly be. But for me, I mean, these are just YouTube videos for me to make. Like, I don't need them to be as perfect as possible. I mean, there's probably something wrong. I know that the sheet behind me is all wrinkled, but I don't care anymore. And I think that's kind of what helped me decide, like, hey, I don't care. I just want to make some videos. So, another thing about making videos is don't worry about the gear that you have. If you're first starting off making videos, just do it with whatever you have. Um, when I first started, I didn't have all this equipment. I I had a little bit of it. I had a camera and some audio stuff, but I didn't have like all these lights and stuff that I have. I just purchased them for different projects. And so talking in front of a camera, when I first started off, I was definitely terrified. I would talk really quietly and didn't know how to really say anything that I wanted to. But after a while, I started speaking up more. I kind of got some ideas. What actually helped was writing down my ideas and what I wanted to talk about, and actually, doing the research, doing everything that I could to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. So for this video, I didn't write anything down. I'm just kind of going off of what's in my head. So one thing to note right now is I'm just in a room in my house by myself. There's nobody else around me. There's just me and the camera and some lights that I set up, and that's it. And nobody else is here because I don't want anybody else to be here. Another thing that can help is if you don't have a quiet place in your house or you don't have a private place in your house and you don't want to do it in front of your roommates or whoever lives in your house or whatever. If you own a car, go park in a parking lot somewhere and, take out your phone or look at yourself in your rear view mirror and just start talking about your day or whatever it is that you want to talk about. It definitely helps. I've done that a few times, just after work or something like that. You can definitely do that, and it will be helpful for you. I definitely get a lot more nervous when there are people around and I have to speak in front of them or in front of a camera, just because I know that I mess up a lot. I mess up what I'm saying, and luckily we live in a digital age now where we can just erase whatever that is that I messed up on or whatever you messed up on, or, just make a cohesive sentence because sometimes as soon as you hit that record button, everything in your head just kind of goes bloop, and you don't know how to form any sentences. You don't know how to speak. Maybe you forgot the English language or whatever language that you speak. So being alone and making videos, it's definitely something that you should look into at first. You don't need to publish those videos. You just need to make them for yourself. If you do feel like you want to publish them, do it. I mean, it's a video that you can put out there just as long as it's something that you want to be out there. You know, you don't want to put anything out there that you don't want to. So one thing that I did that actually really helped me a lot was recording myself over and over and over again. I never published any of those videos because I just wanted the practice. So I would set up my camera or my phone or just anything and talk in front of it. I'd talk about my day, I'd talk about my life, I'd talk about whatever it was at the time. Maybe like I bought a new record or something and I really liked it, or maybe I didn't like it. And so I'd voice my opinion onto my phone so I could basically listen back to it and view it for myself, so I knew where I needed to go with it, what I needed to improve, or basically just get the practice of talking in front of a camera. I did that for a long time until I finally set up the camera and started making videos. So what definitely helps is doing a lot of jump cuts in your edits or just trying to cover it up with B-roll. I actually just made a video about different editing styles. You can check that out. I'll put it in the top thing, you know, the thing that you can click. So get the practice of talking in front of a camera. Use your phone, use whatever camera that you have. Maybe it's just a webcam on your computer. Do that. It doesn't matter what camera it is. You just want to get the practice of talking in front of the camera. You don't need the perfect audio. You don't need lights. You don't need any of that stuff. You just need the practice of talking in front of a camera so you don't feel as nervous. Another thing that I would say is have some water around, because you're going to be talking in front of a camera and you're going to get super nervous and your throat is going to dry up and it's going to feel like sand in your throat and you're going to start coughing and it's going to be awful. And have some water or some liquids. I don't care. Just have something to drink. So another thing that definitely helped me was actually writing down my ideas. So you don't have to write down a full script of everything that you're going to say, because then you're just like, I don't know. It's like you're almost talking like a robot at some point because you're just reading off of the script, and that doesn't sound right to me. It just sounds like you're a robot, like robots do. What I like to do is actually write down I'd say bullet points of just like certain parts that I want to touch on. So if I'm talking about doing like a lighting setup or like something inside of like Adobe Premiere or something, so I'm gonna bullet point like the main things. So I'm gonna say like, oh, you're gonna open up Adobe Premiere, you're gonna load in your clips, you're going to do whatever this thing is that I'm gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna break it up into sub bullet points where it's like, okay, you can do this, this, and this, but I'm not actually like writing down what exactly I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just be like, okay, like I know that I need to go through all of this, and so let's just hit the record button and see what happens. And I'm gonna record it over and over again. Normally I do like maybe 5 takes of every single time I hit the record button, because it doesn't flow out of me. It's like I'm still nervous in front of the camera, like probably most of you are. If you start talking in a low voice, try to speak up. So let's talk about getting to the point of publishing your first video. Maybe you made something that you think is great. Don't let anybody else decide what's great and what isn't great for you, because you know, it's your video. You made it, you decide what's good and what isn't. Everybody has their own unique style. Try to find yours. Don't try to copy somebody else, but if there is a style that you like, maybe you do copy it and then you just kind of grow off of that. That is something that a lot of people do. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'd like to say, hey, just go wild and just start making videos. You'll find a way to do it and you'll find a way that works for you. So let's say that you've been practicing in front of a camera and you've gotten to the point where, hey, I want to make a video. So I'm going to give you kind of my rundown of how it happened. I had been watching a lot of videos, a lot of YouTube videos, because, you know, everybody has different styles. I kind of just set up a camera and wanted to do my own thing. So I just said, hey, I'm going to talk about, I don't even remember what my first video was. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, try to come up with your own thing. I would just say, like, set up the camera, hit the record button, and just try to let it come out. Like, let it flow if you can. If it doesn't work that way, then, you know, keep going. Just record something. I would say that if there is a style that you like, you can mimic it, But I would say also that you should grow off of that. You should, yeah, I like this style, but I want to make it my own. That's what you should be thinking, because a lot of people like already know that style for like whoever it is that you're trying to mimic. And you might not have that same personality. So it might not even be a style that works for you. And I would just say, try to find what matches your personality. So another thing for making videos is to not worry so much about what everybody else is going to think about the video. If you're constantly thinking like, hey, like, should I be making this video? Or, hey, is anybody going to like this video? I think you might be making the video for the wrong reason. I think you should be making these videos. Oh, for me, I want to make videos that help other people. So I have a history in video, and I like to share my ideas and my thoughts about certain things, especially in post-production. I know a lot of like things to do with editing and like workflows and stuff like that. So if I think something's gonna help people, I'm gonna make a video about it, and I don't care if anybody says anything. And if I'm wrong about something, definitely let me know, because, you know, I've been thinking it's right this way the whole time, but actually I've been wrong, and I would like to know how to do things the right way. So one thing that you're going to get with all of your videos, you're going to get your stats every single time that you put up a video. So you're going to get your likes, you're going to get your dislikes, and I would not worry about that, because, you know, that's not what you're doing it for. You're doing it for making a video, either for you or for somebody, or maybe you want people to learn like I do. And so that stuff doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it's cool seeing all the likes, and it's, you know, kind of depressing to see all the dislikes, but you know, that's just the way it is. Another thing that people look at is how many views they have on a video. It's cool to see that you have a lot of views, but when you're starting off, you're not going to see anything. I still don't see anything. I see maybe like 2 or 3 people watch it, and one of them's probably me, and then one of them's probably one of my friends, and then it's just whoever stumbles upon that video. And thanks for watching that. But I do have like maybe a couple videos that have like a few thousand views now, and you know, that's awesome. I like that. And then I get comments sometimes of people saying like, hey, that's cool that you're sharing this. I really like this. Hey, can it do this or can it do that? Like, I made a video for the Elgato Stream Deck, and I use that for like editing, and people are asking like, hey, can it work for this? Can it do this? And you know, that little device can do a lot. And the one thing I would say is, if somebody leaves you a comment and says something or asks a question, reply to them. Like, if they're asking a question, let them know like whatever they're asking. Like, say like, hey, like, thanks for reaching out, like, here's the answer. Or if somebody says, hey, thanks for making this video, it was really awesome, I hope that you make more videos. It's not a question, but you can still reply to them and say like, hey, I really appreciate you watching my video. Thanks a lot. I hope to make more videos, and hopefully you can watch. Just make sure that you reply to those people, because those people are taking the time to actually watch your stuff, and they're taking their time to write out some words on the internet and give you feedback or whatever it is. You know, even the people who don't like your video, maybe they're just saying like, hey, you're actually wrong about this, or hey, like, this isn't right. Maybe they're just voicing their opinion, or maybe you are wrong about something and they have pointed that out, and you can say, hey, like, I didn't know that, thanks for pointing that out. I'm gonna do some more research on that, because I'm definitely interested in this, and that's why I made this video about this. But definitely stay connected with whoever's watching your videos, because that's your audience right there, and you don't want to lose them. So definitely let them know that you're reading their stuff. Let them know that you care, because, you know, you're making these videos, you're throwing them up. Or maybe you're just throwing them up just for the heck of it, and you know, you don't care if anybody actually likes the videos or not, and maybe you're just doing it for yourself, or like for a family member, or like, I don't know, maybe you're just keeping a history of like things that you said. I don't know. But if you do want to grow on YouTube, I would definitely recommend like keeping in touch with your audience. Like, if they leave a comment, you should be commenting back or liking their comment. It's just a good thing to do. Another thing that I would say is it's going to be rough. It's going to be hard to do these videos. It's going to be challenging, and it's something that you're going to need to practice over and over. It doesn't, for some people, it probably comes natural to them. For others, like me, it doesn't. And that is something that you're going to need to practice, is to just get in front of the camera, talk to it, and hope for the best, basically. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope that you got something out of it. Like I said, if you want to start making videos, I would definitely practice talking in front of a camera and just getting used to it. You don't have to publish those videos, not until you're ready, or until you find a style that you like, or a look that you like, or what you want to talk about. I mean, I first started talking about video games and stuff because I like video games. I also like making videos, but not really being in front of the camera, but being behind the camera. I like making short films and different things like that, but I want to make more videos, and that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching, guys, and hey, go make some videos. Later.